So the question I get often is, Matt, how do you find your partners? How are you buying like a property a month? How are you doing all this? How can I do it? All of my partners have come from YouTube, all of them. So YouTube has made me more than $3 million in the past 4 years alone. Social media and online marketing has literally changed my life. Check out this Paris-themed Airbnb I'm staying in. Pretty nice. I'm just about to head over to the Ontario Real Estate Conference to talk about joint venture attraction through online and social media marketing and how you can build your business very, very quickly. Let's get into it. Big round of applause for Luke and for Matt and Jeff and the whole OREC, and for all of you for staying this late on a Sunday. So who here is looking for more money to buy more properties? Raise your hand. Yes, everybody's hand in this room should be up, because your primary focus as a real estate investor is to get more money, to buy more properties, to make more money, to do what? To do whatever you want. If you're like me, you want to travel the world, spend time with your family, play more hockey, whatever you want to do, that's why you're doing real estate. And you got to understand that everything that you want is likely in the hands of somebody else. So in this case, somebody else has the money that we need to buy real estate. So you need the help of other people. So I used to come to events like this all the time, and I used to see this guy on stage say, I am where I am today because of joint venture partnerships. That's why I'm here, that's why I can do what I want. And I always thought, that's not for me. You know, I'm very introverted. I don't want to do partnerships with other people. I'm kind of a lone wolf. I know what I'm doing. I don't want to trust somebody else. I don't need partners. And I started off investing in real estate when I was very young. And I bought my first 2 properties with all the money that I had, all the credit that I had, and that was it. I couldn't buy anything else. I was done. So I didn't buy anything for like 3 or 4 years with that lone wolf mentality. Once I started applying what I'm going to show you today on how to attract partners, that's literally when my life changed. So you guys need to understand the power of JVs. It is super powerful to getting what you want. So have you ever been in a situation where you wanted a deal, but you had no money? Maybe your realtor sent you a good deal, it made perfect sense, you want it, but you had no money. Who's been in this situation? Okay, very few people apparently. Or maybe you've had the money and you want to grow your portfolio more, but you can't qualify for mortgages. Who's been in this situation? This is where I am, right? We own a lot of properties. Doesn't matter how much money you make, how well your properties are doing. If you want to buy more residential real estate in Canada, the banks say no. Usually after 3 to 5 properties, most people hit that financing wall. So if you want to continue growing your portfolio, you're kind of stuck. Or have you found a perfect deal that makes perfect sense and you bring it to a real estate investor trying to get JVs? You say, hey man, look at this cash flow. It's this much. The ROI is this much. You're talking about all this technical stuff. And they still say, no, I don't want that deal. Who's been in that situation? Right? A lot of us get in that. I'll tell you exactly why that happens. So what you're going to learn today is how to get partners to literally throw money at you, how to brand yourself as the only solution to help people to make more money for them and yourself, and more importantly, how to target market to your specific ideal partner. So most of my presentation will be on this. What you're not going to learn today is how to structure JVs, what clause should I use, because that's lame and it doesn't really matter. Also, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you a chance to get my joint venture agreement. So stop focusing on that stuff. You'll get a chance to get that, which I paid a lawyer $3,000 for. You're going to get that for like an insane, disgusting discount. So don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. But it's very simple. The way I do my partnerships is my partners bring all the money to the deal. So they buy the property, they have to bring the money to renovate it, closing costs, all the money. And then they get the mortgage in their name. So they bring the money, the financing. I then do everything else. That's what I want you guys to do as well. That's a great way to set up your partnership. And then we split the profits 50-50. So why listen to me in the first place before I get into it? Bought my first property at 22 years old. I now just recently turned 30. I now have 23 buy and hold rental properties with a portfolio worth over $8 million in real estate, all in Kitchener-Waterloo, which I'll talk about in a bit too. And I've raised over $7 million in funds because we've done a lot of flips over that. And I'm also a realtor specializing in Kitchener-Waterloo with only real estate investors. I do not sell regular real estate. I only do real estate investing. So the question I get often is, Matt, how do you find your partners? How are you buying like a property a month? How are you doing all this? How can I do it? So who here can tell me, how do you think I get my partners? Now, for those of you who know me and watch my social media, don't say anything. For those of you who don't know me, how do you think I find all of my partners? Is it at events like this? Some answers. Where do you think I'm finding my partners?
Social media.
Okay, this guy's seeing me. I don't know where that was. Yes. So specifically, all of my partners have come from YouTube. All of them. So YouTube has made me more than $3 million in the past 4 years alone. That's from buying real estate, flipping real estate, and also as a real estate agent. So I built my real estate agent business with the same principles I'm going to tell you. So what I'm showing you today can be used pretty much across all businesses. It doesn't matter what it is. And the reason for that is because the world of business and marketing is completely changing. It's not like it used to be, where we do face-to-face, go to meetings like this, which is really cool. You should definitely come to networking events like this, meet people, get inspired, but you're likely not going to find your money partners at events like this. They're out there. People are too busy nowadays, and they're also getting a lot of this. So they're getting bombarded with marketing. Everywhere we go, we're getting hit with marketing. So billboard ads, right? We're getting slammed with commercials, radio ads, even on Facebook and social media and YouTube, which I love so much, but if you're doing it incorrectly, you're just bombarding people. And what we're getting good at now as human beings is blocking out marketing. This is all 1990s marketing. Billboard ads, mail outs, flyers, newspaper ads, networking, I would even say, to a certain degree. That's the old world. So what you want to do is what I call indirect selling or soft selling. So that's basically influencing. You're showing, you're leading by example, and you're showing the results. So how I do that with real estate specifically is I show all my before and afters on YouTube, so that my ideal partner who's watching me and is interested knows exactly my system and the process should they partner with me. So I'm never ever coming out and saying, well, rarely, saying you should partner with me, I know what I'm doing, you probably don't, give me your money. I do that sometimes, a little bit, but it's mostly indirect. I'm selling, I'm showing examples. Should you invest with me? It's gonna look like this. We're gonna make this much, etc. I also do that with personal stuff. So I show all of our travel trips because to me, traveling is very important. And it is also to my ideal partner. Most of my partners who see me say, Matt, I see you traveling all the time. I want that as well. That's why they're partnering with me. So I'm indirectly showing what life could be like. And again, who is your ideal partner? This is super important. So before you even start advertising or doing anything, you need to know who your ideal partner is specifically. So get really detailed. How old are they? Do they have kids? If so, how many? And most importantly, what are their biggest pains and pleasures? And market to those specifically. So for example, I'll show you an example of my ideal joint venture partner. He's a 40 to 45-year-old guy, just like this. His name is Paul. I gave him a name. I found him on Google. So I know everything about Paul. Paul is a guy who works a white-collar job in an office. He makes about 100, 120 grand a year. He hates his job, but he does it because he has a family. So he works 9 to 5. He's got to rush home after work, pick up his kids from school, bring them to hockey practice, bring them to ballet on Tuesday, swim meet on Wednesday, whatever. He's busy. Then you got to rush home, make dinner, put the kids to bed at like 8 p.m., and then he's only got about like an hour, 2 hours at night with his wife. So it's not a very good life. He doesn't connect with his wife anymore. So that's how deep I'm getting. That's the pain that I'm marketing to. More time with your wife, more time with your kids. I'm not talking about real estate, very rarely. And my videos look like the real estate. Top 5 tips to buy single family properties. I do those. But in those videos, I'm really talking about this. We do single family investing because it's boring so that we can travel and spend time with our kids. That's the message. So marketing equals emotions. Again, it's not really about the numbers, it's about emotions. What does your ideal partner want? What are their pains and pleasures? So what most people do is that they bring deals to people and they say, look man, the cash on cash return is this. The cash flow is this, the ROI. Check out my sweet pie chart. And then your partners are saying, I don't want this deal because you're talking about left brain stuff. It's just technical stuff. They don't care about that, honestly. Nobody cares about cash flow, very rarely. We do because we're savvy investors. But the people out there who have the money, who have the HELOCs, etc., They don't care about cash flow. They want more time with their kids. They want to travel, etc. All the pains. So what business do you think you're in? Again, for those of you who see me, don't say anything. What business do you think you're in? Shout it out. Real estate. Marketing. This guy's seen me before. I don't know where he is. The business you're actually in is, yes, marketing. You are a marketer first. You do real estate investing. You do flipping houses. You do wholesaling. That's cool. The business you're actually in 2019 and beyond is marketing. You need to become a good marketer first. So how we do that is we position ourselves as the experts. Look at The Rock here. He's super confident. He knows he's the best. He knows he can lift the most weight. He is the expert. That's the kind of mentality you need when you're on YouTube, which we'll get into, when you're writing blogs, whatever your best outlet is for you, position yourself as the expert. So we do that by specializing in one niche, only one for the beginning while you're building your brand. So when I started, I only bought single family properties in Kitchener-Waterloo. That's it. I didn't buy anything else. People would send me sick deals in Guelph, multifamily deal in Guelph. Hey Matt, I got this sweet deal in Toronto, in Barrie, in Oshawa. I don't care. Even Guelph, which is like 20 minutes from Kitchener, I don't want it. I only buy single family properties in Kitchener-Waterloo. What that led to me is being the expert. So that if anybody wants to buy in Kitchener, I'm the expert. That's all I do, man, especially single family. So if people want to invest in that types of properties and they're seeing me on YouTube, they're seeing me on social media, they'll go to nobody else except for me. Why would they? I know exactly what I'm doing. I got the system, I got the color scheme for the renovations, I know how to attract the right tenants, I got the whole system down. Once you get really good and you build your foundation, then do something else maybe, flips, multifamily, whatever. But when you're building your brand, only one thing. And most importantly, show your success. So we'll get into how to do that specifically, but the secret to online marketing, if you only get one thing from this whole video, or this whole presentation, I'm in like video mode right now. If you get one thing from this presentation is this system right here. So what you want to do is write a blog on a topic. So if you're, let's say if you're like me, you're a single family expert in Hamilton, you'll write a blog like top 5 tips to investing in single families in Hamilton, Ontario. So what we really want to target that SEO, right? We're just specifically talking about Hamilton. People from Toronto, people from Niagara Falls, they won't read that blog, which is good. You only want people who want to invest in Hamilton reading your thing, for example. One tip before I get into the rest. So what we used to do in the 1990s and what a lot of businesses are doing, what a lot of real estate investors, realtors, mortgage brokers, almost every business is shotgun marketing. They're sending one message out to everybody and they're trying to get people in. That's the wrong way to do it. We want to target market. I only want you. I don't want anybody else. I want you, right? And if somebody else comes into my funnel who says, I want to partner with you, cool. But my marketing message is very targeted so that I'm speaking that person's language. It feels like I'm connecting with them, right? So going back, we do that by writing blogs on one specific topic, probably the niche in the area you specialize in. Then what you do is that you make a video on the same blog you wrote. So you're just reusing the content. Then you're going to strip the audio from that video and you're going to post it on your podcast. So my guy here, Ali, he's my video editor. He's making my video right now. He's going to strip this audio and post it on my podcast. Then he's going to take my video, he's going to cut it up into 1-minute Instagram pieces. I'm going to post that on Instagram. Then I'm going to take eventually all the blogs that I wrote, I'm going to throw it into a book. Now I'm a published author. I look pretty cool, right? I'm an expert now. Then I'm going to take that book, all those blogs, all those videos, all those tips, and if you want my book, you have to sign up with your email. So now you go on my emailing list. But what am I going to do there? Send you garbage and bullshit? No, I'm going to send you more free content, more great tips for you to succeed. So I'm always in constant contact with these people. And what a lot of people tell me is, Matt, it looks like you're everywhere. You're everywhere. I'm on Instagram, I'm seeing your damn face. I'm on Facebook, I'm seeing your face. I'm on YouTube, I'm seeing you. When I'm on your podcast, I'm listening to you on my way to work. It looks like I'm everywhere, but I'm not. I made one piece of content, but I reused it in different ways for the specific social media platform. So what a lot of people do is that they post the same video or whatever on all social media platforms in the same way. That's incorrect, which we'll get into in a sec. But the way we market on Instagram is very different from the way we market on Facebook, very different from YouTube, podcasting, etc. So you can reuse your content. You don't have to make new content for every single thing. That's too crazy. But just use it in the right way. So social media is extremely powerful. As I said, it pretty much changed my life. All my partners came from YouTube. And the reason is because everybody's on it. It's great because you can give short and quick tips or long tips. You can talk about your experiences and get really personal. And if you're not comfortable with making your own content, being on video, which a lot of people tell me, Matt, I'm not comfortable making videos, it's awkward. Dude, you should see my first videos, terrible, right? But you'll get used to it. But if you're super afraid to do that, post other people's content, just at least to let your database or your sphere of network know that you're into real estate. But I'd really urge for you to make your own, be that expert. So Facebook, for example, is really fantastic because we can do life updates. It's also kind of like a catch-all social media platform. We can post like almost anything. It's great for posting articles, blogs, videos, post pictures about your life. You can do long, short content. Again, it's kind of a catch-all. You can almost do anything on there. But get personal, right? Hit the pains of your ideal partner. If your partner wants to quit working, at 3 p.m. to pick up their kid from work, if that's what really matters to them, post a video or a picture of you picking up your kid at 3 p.m. Just do a quick video and go, oh man, I'm so thankful I get to leave work at 2 p.m. to pick up my kid for 3. I'm so thankful I invest in real estate, right? That's indirect selling. So I'm not telling people you should invest in real estate because I pick up my kid and you're a dummy. No, I'm so thankful I invest in real estate. Then Sarah watching your Facebook updates like, man, that's really cool. I'm gonna contact that person. That's how it works, honestly. Instagram is great because we can show our daily life very easily. So Insta Stories is fantastic, kind of a newer feature in the past year or two. Fantastic for showing your daily life as an investor. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, Matt Piche, you'll see that I do like my whole life update, like the whole day, what I'm doing, where I'm going, what the properties I'm seeing. I'm educating my ideal partner, and they don't even know it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm educating them. So Facebook or Instagram's all about beauty and pictures. I would say it's the most narcissistic platform of all the platforms. So it's the one where you're allowed to brag, say you're the best. That's kind of expected on Instagram. So do that. Kind of brag about how good your life is, but be real. Don't be like over the top. And then, like I said, show your business, show the renovation. When you're looking at properties with your realtor or your wholesaler or whatever, take an Insta story of that. That's the perfect time for that kind of stuff. And stories will make you wealthy. So the posts on Instagram are cool. Do those as well. Do the 1-minute videos like I said. Those are great for getting followers, etc. But what you're really going to convert and make the money is on stories. So YouTube. So going back to the money I've made from YouTube, I want to make it clear that I'm not making the money from like YouTube ads, like some YouTubers are doing, which is really cool. I'm still trying to do that. That's awesome. But I'm making the money off of YouTube, right? So I'm using social media, but the real money is being made off of YouTube. That's where the real money is, in my mind, via buying hard assets like real estate. That's where you can scale it. So show your daily life in longer form video content. So video content is by far the most powerful way to get your message across and to bring people into your business. Why? We can see the person's personality. We can see if we're going to connect with them even before I reach out to them. We can feel like we know the person, which is really cool. When I come to conferences like this or networking meetings, right, people feel like they just run up to me and say, Matt, I feel like I know you. I've been watching you for 3 months, 4 months, a year. That's what you want. That's really, really powerful, and people don't realize how good that is for your business. People get to really connect with you. So when you're talking about your videos or your blogs, talk about the benefits over the features. So again, real estate investors get stuck in feature mode. Cash flow, ROI is this. This is what we're going to make. Don't talk about that. Honestly, nobody cares. The benefits over the features. What will this property give me? Right? More time, more freedom, etc. And hit the emotions. And then you want to talk about what if they don't invest with you. So if you don't invest in real estate, specifically with me, when I'm advertising, right, your life's going to be the same. You'll be working till 5. You'll be not having time with your wife or your husband, etc. So really hit that home. What if they don't invest with you? So if you only get 2 things from this presentation, this is another key thing you really want to know. So when you're marketing on your blogs, your videos, any form of marketing must be in this order. So it's a very easy thing to do. So if you take a picture of anything, it'd be this. This is what I paid a marketing coach, literally like over $10,000 to learn for all my marketing. Why, what, how, what if? You must answer these questions in that order in every piece of marketing. Video, content, blogs, books, etc. So why? Why invest in real estate? So for me, it's have more time to travel, more time with my family. That's the message I'm sending. That's why I invest in real estate. Why I invest in single family. It's easy, it's boring, etc. What are you investing in? For me, single family. How are you doing it? I'm buying in great areas, near schools, transportation, highway access, good quality neighborhoods. I'm renovating it this way. That's how we're doing it. That's what I'm educating my ideal partner on. And what if? What if you don't invest with me? Well, then you're stuck working 9 to 5. You only get to travel like 1 week a year to like Mexico or Cuba. It's lame. But that's the message I'm sending out, right? We're going to Bali in 2 weeks yesterday. You better believe I'll be taking a lot of Insta stories, a lot of videos, selling to my ideal partner indirectly, right? I'll be doing a lot of videos, trust me. I'm so glad I'm in Bali right now because of real estate. People in cold Canada are like, man, that bastard. That's exactly what I want. I'm hitting the emotions. I'm twisting the knife a little bit, right? But not in like an asshole way, just indirect. And be transparent. So as much as I'm saying you should talk about all the benefits, which is awesome, be transparent. If something doesn't work out, you get bad tenants, tenants that won't leave, you have to evict, et cetera. Any problem, be transparent, be real. If you're talking about all the good stuff all the time, it's going to seem a little selly, so be real. People want to connect with you. So to recap this presentation before we get into quick questions, market to your ideal joint venture partners. Don't talk about deals, really. Don't say I got this sick deal that cash flows this much. Who wants to invest with me? That's 1990s, man. That's the wrong way. You can do that if you're in a pinch. But my way of doing it is I have partners in my back pocket. Like right now I have so many partners, I need more deals. So I already have the partners lined up so that when a deal does come up, we can buy it. That's how I'm buying like a property a month lately. They're already lined up. I don't have to go out blasting a list, showing the deal that I have. They're all there. I just need deals. So if anybody has deals in Kitchener, let me know. So bring deals and pain and pleasures. Sorry, don't bring deals, bring pain and pleasures. Be savvy at online marketing. Again, your main focus, I'm telling you, has to be online marketing. This is 2019. You just got to get with it. Hire somebody if you don't know how to do it, but it's fairly easy to learn, or at least start, and be real and vulnerable. So I'm running out of time here, but I'd like to take a couple of questions real quick. But I do have a course teaching all of this, like literally it's like a 6-hour course. I'm teaching everything, how to blog exactly, how to make a website, how to do social media. I show you all of this. And I also give you my joint venture agreement, going back to the beginning. So I paid my lawyer $3,000 to write this. You get this. This course is regularly $497, and I never, ever really discount it, like ever. So if you follow me, you probably already know that. But I don't want to sell you stuff so much, and you guys already paid a lot to come here. You stayed the whole weekend, which is cool. So I'm only selling it for $97, which I've never sold it that low, honestly. So if you do that, go to my YouTube channel, go to my Instagram, you'll see the links for all my courses, and just type the coupon code OREC2019, you'll get that. And to recap, become the expert, understand the new world of marketing, brand yourself. I'll teach you how to do social media marketing. I'll give you all the email marketing templates as well, and the JV agreement. Well, thanks so much. These are my social media tags to follow me on. If you have any questions, I would love to do some quick coaching. I got about 2 minutes. This is where I really love to do, the one-on-one coaching. So any questions? Yes?
So what's the biggest cash deal for JV that you found?
Biggest cash deal is what we're doing right now. So we're actually renovating 4 townhomes right downtown Kitchener, right by Google, the headquarters. So that's kind of like our grand slam deal we've ever done. That deal, go over some quick numbers. We paid for it $730,000 2 months ago. We're going to be done in 1 month. So we're flipping all 4 properties. So it's a 3-month project. Renovation cost is $230,000. Somebody can add that up for me. $960 all in. We're going to refinance it 3 months later for $1.4 million. So they're not all like that, but pretty good. And we're doing a lot of duplex conversions as well. So we're buying duplexes or single family homes for like $400,000, putting in $80,000 in renos, so $580,000. We're refinancing those in 30 days, 45 days for $550,000, $575,000. And we're doing those all day long in Kitchener. Yep.
When you do your joint venture agreements, do you refinance and pay your investor back?
Yes. So on certain deals, obviously. So the duplex conversions, we're refinancing those right away because we're jacking the value so much. If we're doing a typical boring single family, which we've done the most of, there's no opportunity to refinance those right away. Those are just a long-term, easy property. So only on certain deals, that makes sense.
And how long will you hold them for?
We'll hold them, so every partner has, I tell them we're gonna hold it for around 5 years. So it's not like set in stone, we're gonna sell on this day, but the intention is 5 years. That's kind of what I found to make the most sense, to ride the real estate cycles and make the most money quickly. But obviously if the cycle sucks in like 5 years, we'll probably sell in year 7 or year 8 when it makes sense. But 5 years. Yep.
How important is it to have your AV guy helping you with some of the video content and being able to cut that and do that? Because it probably obviously decreases your time
Yes.
putting that stuff out, right?
It's been a game changer. I should have hired somebody like 5 years ago. Yeah, because I used to do everything. I was a realtor. I was a real estate investor. I was flipping houses. I was editing all my videos, shooting all my videos. Like I was stressed out. Like I was doing everything. Now I just shoot videos, hand it off, and it gives me more time to be the CEO of my business. I'm out there, I'm the face, I'm doing speaking.
The thought of doing that is, like, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
The actual thought of putting that stuff all together is
Yeah.
a lot, right?
Yeah. Again, it's going back to like mindset, my mindset change, and also your job as a real estate investor is to raise money. That's honestly your only main job, raise money to buy more real estate. So if you're stuck doing like the office admin stuff, which I was totally doing, you gotta change that up. Yeah. Yep.
What's your tips of staying authentic,
Yeah.
but also giving the content of what your audience wants? Because I found myself
Yeah.
going on Instagram, saying things people are liking, and I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like me. So how do you kind of like balance that?
So two things. One, you'll get used to it because you're probably feeling awkward about staring at a camera. It's obviously weird, but just be yourself. So that's why for me, like in my videos, I talk about a lot of my goals, which a lot of people really find cool because I tell them exactly what I want, how much money. Like straight up, when I want 20,000 from passive income, that's when I quit, retire, and move to Costa Rica. I say that all the time, right? So I'm really telling my audience about me, what I want. So we're really like, they feel like we're best friends, right? So just be yourself and tell about yourself. What are your goals? So that it doesn't look like you have some hidden agenda, right? You're gonna say, my goal is this, when I hit this, etc.
But what if it's a business account? Do you like put your face in front of it?
Definitely.
Or do you separate it?
Yeah, so personalizing your social media accounts is super important right now because we've been sold to for so many, like I think of the typical realtor, which I am a realtor, but the typical realtor in like the 90s, early 2000s, the 80s, right? That's all they did was just the face. Everything was glamorous, everything was good, life was good. That's shit. Like everybody's sick of that, right? We've been sold that for so long. People want to be real. So just be real, just be honest. People will feel it for sure. Yeah. Yep.
How do you get under market deals being a realtor? And
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you definitely do it. A lot of wholesalers will say, don't ever be a realtor if you're going to buy off-market deals. What I do is you have to sign a couple forms. One of them is a register and disclosure. So just telling the seller, I am a realtor, and being very clear in the on that page, I am buying your property under market value, and I am making a profit. We have to write that. Now, a lot of people think that's terrible. You're like giving away your whole angle. I've never had a seller say, get out of here or get pissed off with that. The only people who get mad are other realtors. Like, it's disgusting. Honestly, it's the weirdest industry. Only other realtors care what I'm doing. Sellers never care. Because when I go into a meeting with a private seller, I tell them straight up, by the way, I'm a realtor. I'm not looking to sell your house. I'm looking to buy it. Okay, no problem. It's other realtors that are like, you can't do that. I'm calling Rico. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Just going back to the real estate thing, not so much social media, but do you have like a couple of quick tips, things to focus on for quick turnover when you're talking, when you're doing your renos?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's quite a short period of time, a month or 45
Yeah.
days, whatever the case is. So.
Yeah, so a great tip for that I always tell people is be busy and hire a good contractor. So very hard to find a good contractor. It is literally the hardest thing as a real estate investor. That's the person or the industry that's going to screw you the most. So when you do find a good contractor that's good, keep them busy. So I keep my guys busy literally all year. They pretty much work for me. So I keep them busy between my clients, between my projects. They're busy all year. And also one of my rules is when I hire contractors, no job hopping, none. I hate it when they're on my job for 2 days, then they go over to Bill's house for 3 days, then they're back to my house for 3 days. None of that. You work for me Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you're only at my job. You don't do that, you're fired. So that we can flip houses in literally like 30 days. That's what we do. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah?
Do you offer the duplex conversion model, for example, to your investors to kind of teach them a guide without you being a partner on that?
Yeah, so kind of what my partnerships is called is a apprenticeship program. So they partner with me, I teach them everything. So I kind of give them everything. I think I'm running out of time, but I'm trying to get quick. But I literally, when you partner with me, I'm also your coach. So, and that's what I sell on the YouTube and everything else. So I teach them everything, what I'm doing, why we're using this color, why we're writing the ads for tenants this way, etc. Yeah. I think I'm out of time here. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.